Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Cheese X, and welcome back to more Pokemon Red. Last time we made it through Victory Road, and in this part, well, I'm just gonna show you how to prepare for the Elite Four. Now, as you can see, I gotten a whole bunch of TMs, none of which I have ever used and none of which I am ever going to use. There's a little shop right here where you can go right ahead and buy some items. He has some revives, and trust me, you really want these revives as well. You also want some full restores. I highly recommend having a bunch of full restores. I kind of recommend, well, let's see. I recommend at least 30 of each, 30 full restores and 30 revives. However, I cannot hold any items, so see how I have a bunch of TMs that I never use? Guess what? I'm gonna sell every single one of them. So really, this is just a selling and buying episode. Which I'm sorry to say that, but so this really isn't important. I might as well not record this, but I want to record anyways. You know, try to keep it as close to 50 parts as possible. Probably gonna adopt this Let's Play in 50 parts. Anyways, how are you guys doing? I might as well talk to you. I mean, that is what I do as a commentator. I'm supposed to talk to my viewers, because it makes them feel so involved. Anyways, what have you guys been doing? I recently read The Hobbit. I'm not talking about the movie, watching The Hobbit. I meant I read the entire novel by J.R. Tolkien. And in fact, when it comes to all movies that are just made after novels, I have never liked them. I mean, come on, you got the Harry Potter books. I like the Harry Potter books more than the movies. You got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, however, the books weren't really that popular. I mean, it is a kid's book. Then again, couldn't the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings series also be considered as a kids novel? Because it is a bit of a fairy tale, but... the Spiderwick Chronicles. The novels were very good, but when they got into the movies, oh my gosh, the movies were... Oh, you can't carry any more items. Okay, I'll sell those TMs. But I absolutely hate the Spiderwick Chronicles movie. The Harry Potter movies and The Hobbit really were actually decent movies. But it's the Spiderwick Chronicles movie that I absolutely hate the most. I mean, with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you can understand, but when it comes to, you know, a good book like Spiderwick Chronicles, that just ruins the experience. That's really just my opinion. Okay, I think I just sold Return, not that it really matters. And look how much money I got. I got like almost 23,000 Pokédollars. Oh well. Yeah, all you'll see is just me going back and forth to my PC and back. Withdraw. I mean, it's really me doing practically nothing but doing all this, going back and forth. TM30. Ah, I see the town map. I haven't deposited that. I think I deposited that when I was all the way back to Lavender. You all remember my Pokemon, my Halloween special, do you? Do you? Probably not, because I have a bunch of unique viewers, which is good because I really want some unique viewers. I want people to be watching my videos. Thing is, I don't have a lot of recognition. I mean, I do comment on other Let's Players videos. I mean, Third of Clubs, he's doing a Mother 2 Let's Play, which is going good, and I comment on almost every single one of his videos of that Let's Play. Oh wait, I can't carry anymore? Okay. Whatever. Third of Clubs is really not that bad of a blind Let's Players, and I actually would recommend checking them out. Yes, I do. Yes, I just did a shout out, but doesn't everybody do shout outs? I mean, everybody should do shout outs, and does some TMs cost more than others? I mean, there's 2,000 and 1,000, yeah, and some cost more than others. Okay. TMO2. I guess it's probably because, you know, there's actually some TM moves that you can use outside the battle. And I'm referring to the moves Dig and Teleport. Which are actually pretty good moves. They both do the same thing, it just allows you to escape from a dungeon and go back to the previous Pokemon Center. Which is practically the same of getting a game over, except it doesn't cost any money. Not deposit, I want to withdraw. There we go. So that's what I've been doing. I mean, I got them the Hobbit when I celebrated my birthday. Just not too long back, I went to Barnes & Noble. Because I am a big bookworm. You probably don't know that, but I am a huge bookworm, and I am a total nerd for being a bookworm. But that's just who I am. I love reading books. It's like my... Aside from playing video games, it is really my favorite hobby to do. Just sit down in a quiet spot like my bedroom or a library and just sit down and read a good book. At least it shows that I am not illiterate like plenty of people here in the United States. Or probably the entire world, I don't know, Okay, can't carry any more items. Alright. No big deal. I'm just gonna sell them. As you can see, I am selling every single one of these TMs. You know why? Because I do not like using a bunch of TMs. I always felt that every time I use a TM, I feel like it's kind of cheap. Really, even though that they provide it for you in this game. But I have never used a TM in any of my playthroughs. Never did, and I'm sure I did it one or two times before, but I always felt guilty as a result. Because it's not a natural moveset, it's really just... I mean, how does that work? It's a TM is a disc, as you can see from the pictures they provide in the gamer manuals and all that, and it's called a technical machine, so you like put it in a disc player and make your Pokemon listen to it. Assuming that Pokemon actually know human language, well, they must understand at least some if they ever hope to, you know, communicate with their trainers and understand moves and commands. Or when you're actually going into a battle, are you actually switching from playing as Red to suddenly switch to playing as the Pokemon that's out? So the Pokemon has a bit of a free will. Because if that's the case, it's not an aesthetically doesn't make it a cockfight. And I feel strange saying that because every time I play Pokemon games, I've always thought of it as a cockfight. I mean, for Pete's sakes, when I first played the game, before I could even read, I was like, oh yeah, kill the birdie, ha 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 ha, kill the birdie with your dragon. I was such a sadistic child. Moonstones. I could sell those, but I might as well keep them. The nuggets, the purpose of these nuggets is actually to sell them. Pokeflute. Actually, there's nothing here to throw away except for that Max Revive. Actually, I do not like using Max Revives because Max Revives are extremely rare. All these Max items are rare, so I'm gonna deposit these Max Feature. Also, it also prevents me from doing something stupid like sell them. Withdraw. Why did I do that? I don't know, because I'm weird. Here's our Master Ball. We're gonna... I mean, that does not work on trainers. Just be careful not to waste it on something stupid like a Pidgey. I'm sure people have made that mistake and basically killed themselves over that from wasting a Master Ball. Anyways, like I said, you want to go right ahead and buy as many revives as possible. You can actually buy up to, well, up to 99. That's actually quite a lot. But all I really want is about 30, so... Oh, you can't hold it up. I wish you could hold it up. 30 revives, that should be good. And I also want... Oh, I could buy 99 of those too. I also want 30 of these full restores. See, this is very good strategy when you have a bunch of money. Just go ahead and wait till a final area and just buy a bunch of items. What do you have to say now? You, champion making the last champ guy ever in this game. In Pokemon League, you have to beat the Elite Four in succession. If you lose, you have to start all over again. This is it. Go for it. Unless, of course, you save your game or save state, which I highly, I cannot stress it as enough. Do not save your game when you're against the Elite Four, because if you ever get to a situation of, like, if you run out of items, if you get to a situation in which all your Pokemon die, and you just cannot beat the Elite Four because you're so under-leveled, so little items, you're practically screwed, and you're gonna have to lose like half of your money that you have, which becomes extremely annoying. It's a nuisance. From here on, you'll face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, the door opens to the next trainer. Good luck. Yes, right down those stairs should be the Elite Four. Let's see, just 14 minutes in. Actually, I want to see my items. I have full restores right there. Okay, I'm gonna move these right up to the top. I'm really just wasting time here. Oh, rare candy. I should have deposited that. Okay, right there. Yeah, I always feel guilty about using rare candies as well, because I also feel that's a bit cheap. Deposit that one rare candy. I mean, if you're desperate and don't want to go through the trouble of grinding, and you're right before the Elite Four, I do understand if you go ahead and use rare candies, but I'm just that type of a person. Well, there you go. This is just an entire video of me rambling on about the gameplay, but at least it gets you a good amount of information on how you should prepare for the Elite Four. In fact, I should probably title this video, Let's Tutorial Pokemon Red Part 40, about 44, I believe. Yeah, Part 44. How to prepare for the Elite Four. This is exactly how I prepare for the Elite Four, as long as you have enough money, that is. Also, you should always heal your Pokemon as far as you can. Mainly the Pokemon that I'm gonna be using the most would be Pika, Lax, Polly, and Soar. However, it's gonna get to the point of where you have to battle each and every one of them. In fact, let's give a little bit more information. Number 1 of the Elite Four is going to be a Water and Ice type user. So Soar might have an advantage over the water types, but wouldn't have an advantage over the ice types. When it comes to, and that also goes for the same Polly and Arrow, so for the most part, I'm going to recommend using Pika, Lax, and V if you think that your Eevee is strong enough. That's what I'm going to use. Just use your electric and... yeah, just use your electric type. The second trainer is going to use Rock and Fighting type Pokemon, in which case Lax, Arrow, and Soar are going to be very good. Arrow can easily take out the Fighting type Pokemon, but probably would have a big disadvantage against the Rock type Pokemon. So when it comes to the Rock type Pokemon, simply use Polly, Lax, or Soar. Third trainer is going to be using a Ghost and Poison type Pokemon, which means do not use any fighting or normal type Pokemon or you're gonna be screwed at the third trainer. What you're gonna need to do is, well, Soar is going to have an advantage because Soar is poison type. And really against the Ghost types, all I could really recommend is not to use any physical moves at all. I guess Pika might have an advantage, but Soar would have a huge disadvantage. And the fourth Elite Four is going to be using... he's going to seem like the Dragon user, but he's more like a Hyper Beam user, as every single Pokemon on his team is going to have Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is good for dealing damage, but it leaves you helpless in the next turn. I mean, you cannot heal, you cannot attack, all you can do is just sit there and wait for your own Pokemon to take damage or have its stats lowered or give the opponent the advantage. You're completely helpless in the next turn, basically. So what I really recommend is that since it's mostly going to be Rock-type Pokemon and Dragon-type Pokemon, I don't have much of a strategy for the fourth Elite Four member. Just try to look it out and try to find as much weaknesses as I can. Upon that note, I think I told you everything that you need to know to prepare for the Elite Four. With 32 full restores and 30 revives, I think we're ready for the Elite Four. I'll see you guys next time when we finally take them on, one by one, and, what's going on? I think my keys just froze. My keys just froze. Thank you. For some reason, my keyboard started registering the down button to be active when that's not the case. Anyways, next time we'll finally take on the Elite Four, one by one. I'll see you guys next time.